ETFs versus direct indexing, which is better? Now, ETFs made their debut in the 90s as a popular security that allowed investors to have an alternative to traditional stock purchases and mutual funds. Now, through ETFs, investors could obtain a passively managed portfolio with no minimum investment and various assets. Today, ETFs are still a popular option, but quickly becoming outpaced by the benefit direct indexing offers. Below, we'll take you through why this shift in preference is occurring, as well as give you a high-level overview of direct indexing and all it can offer you. Now, direct indexing is an investment vehicle that allows you to purchase individual stocks or securities which track the performance of an index like the Dow Jones or the S&P 500. Now, for example, if you wanted to create a portfolio that could perform just as well or better than the popular S&P 500 index, you could use the direct indexing tactic for the task. You would select all of the securities that the S&P index holds and copy their weight. Now, certain ETFs, in allowing investors to buy a bucket of investment that mirror particular indexes, can have similarities to this process, but there are distinct differences. Now, to understand direct indexing versus ETFs, you need to look at the commonalities they share and the differences that separate them. First, direct indexing and ETFs both allow investors to own a pool of investment securities like stocks and bonds. The design is set up to produce the best return possible, but mimicking the success of the most prosperous indexes in the market. The main difference lies in the ownership of the securities. Now, an ETF allows you to own a share of the ETF, not the individual securities, but with direct indexing, investors own the securities and can manipulate their weight as they see fit. Now that you have a better grasp of the different structure of direct indexing and ETFs, we can move into the reason why direct indexing is gaining popularity over other offered investment vehicles. Now, the first one, of course, is the most obvious: customization. Now, ETFs offer flexibility, allowing you to buy and sell shares as you see fit. However, direct indexing allows the same flexibility coupled with the ultimate freedom of customization. As we mentioned above, direct indexing permits investors the freedom to buy all the individual shares of stocks that other indexes have, but they can diversify as they see fit. This includes buying additional shares or selling off ones that aren't performing as well. By having the freedom to remove poorly performing assets, investors have a better opportunity to outperform the index they are mimicking. The next benefit is a reduced tax cost. Whenever a single stock is sold for a profit, the seller must pay a tax on the income. This is known as a capital gain tax. On the other hand, if an asset sale was made and it resulted in loss, the seller can claim a loss on the sale. This translates into a tax reduction where the loss is deducted from your taxable income. The lower your taxable income, the lower your tax bill. So the reasoning stands: claim all of your losses to minimize capital gain taxes on investment. Now, with direct indexing, there is a plethora of opportunities to sell a security at a loss in order to offset your gains and lower your tax bill. This process is commonly referred to as a tax loss harvesting. The next benefit is a broad access. In the past, direct indexing was hindered by the lack of platforms willing to support it. According to Serrelli Associates, direct indexing is primed to grow at an annualized rate of over 12% over the next 5 years, faster than traditional financial products such as mutual funds, ETFs, and separate accounts. Recently, asset managers and large firms like JP Morgan, BlackRock, and Vanguard have taken notice of this increase in popularity. As a result, more platforms are adopting specialized portfolio capabilities to support direct indexing. Investors can now more easily pursue direct indexing as their primary form of investing without any downsides of restricted fractional share purchasing and platform restraint. Now, the bottom line is this: ETFs can give you a group of securities to mimic an index, but possesses restrictions in security choices and weight. For more flexibility, customizations, and the overall control of your portfolio, direct indexing can make a great addition to your investment strategy.